Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. I gotta start with this. New study published by Consensus says 1 in 3 US voters are likely to invest in crypto next year. And they're all going to be buying the top. You know, that's what gets me. Once crypto takes off, everybody has to have it. Same people that you've been explaining crypto to during this entire bear market didn't want to hear about crypto at all. But the second it breaks out, everybody wants in. And that's why I always told you, you're very lucky to be here right now buying XRP well under $1. Because it's going to happen very quick when it happens. XRP's breakouts are like no other cryptocurrency out there. It happens so fast. And people are going to be either buying halfway up a massive green candle or the top of a massive green candle. Remember, JP Morgan documented Ripple as a disruptor for the cross-border payments industry. JP Morgan cited Ripple multiple times in the past. It's the same reason I think Ripple versus SEC got started in the first place. JP Morgan wanted to make sure that they were able to keep collecting those high fees on cross-border payments. JP Morgan has also noted that they are investing in ISO 222 as the 2025 migration deadline approaches. Coincidence that they are also bullish on digital assets into 2025. It's the same way I keep telling you. You got to buy these ISO cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies that are tied to networks that are ISO compliant. Because that's going to be a bigger deal than most people think. I think it's going to bring a lot of money to some of these cryptocurrencies. Early on, I think it's going to benefit XRP and XLM and most likely QNT the most. Later, it will benefit HBAR and XDC and ADA, Algo, IOTA. But I think the first movers in ISO are going to be QNT, XRP, and XLM. October 2024, JP Morgan Global Market Strategy Report. We are bullish on digital assets into 2025. The bull run is here. The world's largest bank is officially putting their conviction behind crypto for the next year. Happy November 1st. I can't believe it's November already. But you know, now I'm starting to get very bullish because I know the rest of this year is going to be exciting going into next year. You know, back in 2022, you knew that was a rough year. We just kept taking hit after hit all year long. 2023 was a year of building. All we seen was Ripple doing rail after rail. Even branching out, getting involved with custody and tokenization. This year, we finally get to start seeing XRP move. And JP Morgan considers Ripple a heavyweight in the age of CBDCs. Now, a lot of people always argued the US is never going to utilize RippleNet or XRP. JP Morgan Jamie Dimon is always talking to politicians. That's who really controls a lot of what happens in Washington. So when JP Morgan sees Ripple as a heavyweight in the age of CBDCs, you know the US CBDC is going to be built on the XRP ledger. And they're going to utilize XRP because they're going to need that on-demand liquidity once that liquidity crisis shows up. They're also going to be utilizing XLM. Later, they'll start to branch out and utilize other cryptocurrencies as well. Look at HBAR with MTech, also part of FedNow, also mentioned inside of FedNow. But you could see it all coming together. That massive network that I've been talking about for over 2 years, it's all coming together perfectly. Ripple released Asset Custody Guide to convince more banks to adopt its blockchain-based custody solutions. When you look at this, people keep saying, no bank is working with Ripple, yet you see Ripple partnered up with all of these banks. That's why I tell you, there's people that just love to FUD on this cryptocurrency. They like to spin the narrative that XRP is dead. It's never going to move. Those same people are going to have a lot of regrets in the coming months. And one thing I want to point out is this right here. Banks can scale or customize Ripple's institutional grade custody platform as needed. They could adjust it depending on their operational requirements, customer demands, regulatory environment, and other factors. Overall, these could ultimately ensure that they maintain an edge in adapting to the evolving market demands while staying compliant. And once tokenization really starts to gather momentum, you're going to see so many assets coming to the XRP ledger. There's going to be daily volume coming to the XRP ledger through tokenization. But let's go back to custody for a minute. A lot of the banks are going to be utilizing Ripple's solution for custody. And I think this is even going to be extended a little bit more as the banks start offering crypto options at the banks, because that's eventually going to happen. Right now, in the US, they want to spin the narrative that crypto's no good. No one should ever invest in crypto because they want people putting their paychecks into a checking account and a savings account. They don't want people investing in something like crypto. Later, they will have no choice but to adopt crypto. And then they're going to be talking to their customers about investing in certain cryptocurrencies, and they're going to be offering different percentage rates on those investments. That's what's going to come over time. The impact of Ripple's escrow on XRP unlock and market prices. Now, I meant to mention this in that previous video. We knew it was November 1st, and once again, another 1 billion XRP gets unlocked. Then that we see 800 million XRP get locked back away. It happens every single month. Yet every single month, people got to spin FUD around this as well. But now we have an idea on where this XRP is going. We're about to start seeing the XRP and escrow being shifted to institutions. Ripple's latest strategy means XRP coming out of escrow is being allocated to key entities like ETPs, trust, and other strategic investments. So even the XRP ETFs, some of this XRP can be going towards those as well. This targeted use not only drives real-world utility, but also results in a gradual decrease in escrowed XRP, effectively reducing future supply over time. Ripple is clearly positioning XRP for serious long-term market impact. We are eventually going to see scarcity on XRP. It's going to happen because once you start seeing massive liquidity pools opening up around the world in between a handful of countries, XRP is going to disappear quicker than people think. Right now, the narrative is there's way too many tokens. 100 billion is way too many. And if they don't talk about that, they talk about the XRP that's still sitting in escrow, which I think that XRP is eventually going to end up at the IMF, the BIS, the Fed, and so on. But once scarcity happens, people are going to be buying a piece of XRP the way they buy a piece of a Bitcoin right now. That time will come as well. Anthony Scaramucci gives an incredible explanation while at Stellar's Meridian for why the US is fighting crypto so hard. You gotta hear this. For once, I actually agree with something that this guy says.
Because I think the U.S. is messing things up for the rest of the world, essentially. When
No,
we don't,
no, quite. Gary Gensler is like the worst SEC chairman in the history of the SEC. You know, I mean, I got in trouble because I said, you know, if you look like Jiminy Cricket in real life, you would take it out on the rest of us. You know, and somebody got mad at me because it was like an ad hominem attack, and so I had to take it back. So I retract that statement.
except for he just said it again right now.
But I do feel that way. I mean, I just think the guy knows better. I was with a gentleman earlier that works for Credit Agricole who had him as a professor at MIT, and he was pro-Bitcoin, he was pro blockchain technology, and due to political expediency, and I know what happened because I got my 11-day PhD in Washington scumbaggery. Okay, so let me explain to you exactly what happened. He was hanging out with Sam Bankman-Fried, and Elizabeth Warren, who was a law school professor at Harvard, was hanging out with Sam's parents, who were law school professors at Stanford, and they were very close. And there were meetings that were inside these offices, which were scheduled, and you can use Freedom of Information Act and see the meetings. And then there were many meetings outside of the offices, and they were very close to giving Sam margin approval on his exchange. And about 5 or 6 weeks prior to getting that approval, Sam blew up, and he's now spending 25 years in jail for fraud. And in order to eclipse that activity, they went super, super hard at the industry, right? It's like Caesar's wife. I've got to have clean hands. I can't look like I'm part of the murder. And so I'm going to go super hard at the industry for absolutely no reason. He knew better. He knows that this is an important industry for the United States, but they did this for their own personal political survival. And I got to tell you, I absolutely hate politicians like that. And
I honestly agree with that 100%, because Gary turned a blind eye to Sam Bankman-Fried. Then all of a sudden, FTX came crashing down. Then what happened next was Gary had to go and crack down on all these other crypto companies to make it look like they weren't playing favoritism towards Sam Bankman-Fried. But it was already too late. Most people in the crypto space knew exactly what was happening. And the handful of corrupt politicians that were tied to Sam Bankman-Fried, they also pushed for the crypto crackdown. And that's why we need Washington to change. We need all new politicians there, that pro-crypto politicians that are willing to push innovation ahead, push crypto ahead, make the US a massive crypto hub going forward. And I thought this was great too. You gotta love CZ. Binance founder CZ says a couple of guards in prison asked him which cryptocurrencies to buy. Take a listen to this.
The guards did ask you for altcoin picks. Actually, I did have a couple of guards recognize me and then ask me like, what coin should I buy? I'm like, I better not pick the wrong coin. No, I told them, look, I'm inside. I don't have any access to information, right? So there's no internet. All my information is through like some limited length messages my friends or family send me, and we don't talk about crypto. So I did get a few guys ask. I did get a few guys.
Of course, they had to ask CZ which crypto to invest in, but you know he was like the one warning us of what's coming with Tether, and that's still coming. I'm just hoping that we make it through this cycle before Tether collapses out. There's a good chance the fall of Tether could happen during a massive run-up, because there's going to be regulations coming, and once regulations come, I think that's going to be the end of Tether. Visa and Coinbase launch instant crypto purchases via debit cards. Visa has partnered with Coinbase to enable instant crypto transactions using their debit cards. This service allows users in the United States and European Union to deposit, buy, and withdraw cryptocurrencies in real time, enhancing the ease of integrating traditional finance with digital assets. I like whenever they're making it easier for people to buy crypto, because we're going to have a lot of new investors coming into this space over the coming months, just on the fear of missing out. They're going to be buying at much higher prices than we're buying at right now, but at least we're going to see a lot of excitement for crypto. People that you talked about crypto in the past, they're going to be asking you questions about crypto in the coming months. And it's going to be a very, very exciting time. And I cannot wait to spend that time with all of you. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.